Before we can install the top rack, we need to prepare the top to be able to receive the mounts. So if you have a look at the front, you got these cutouts here that have already a perforator cut, and that's exactly where we want to cut it. So make sure you got a sharp knife blade, and then just give it a couple of cuts. Don't try to do the whole thing in once, and then it comes up really easily. I cut from the start of the radius to the end of the radius, do that on all 4 edges, and then it comes up pretty easy. So once you got this cut, have left the radius in on purpose, you can basically just push that down and it breaks the radius by itself. And then just take it out. And to clean up the radius a little bit, just use a round file like that. Go into here and just touch the radiuses up a little bit. And then this is all ready to receive the mounts. The last step we need to do on the inside, you got little rubber caps. So you just go in here and take these rubber caps off. You've got one on each corner, so the ones at the front and the ones at the back. Obviously the back already has the cutter, so we don't need to do anything at the top. So just take the little cap off the back, and now we're ready to install the top rack. All right, now we've got the top ready, we can start installing the mount kit. So the GM mount kit has 3 different mounts. So we got front mounts and rear mounts. The front mounts are the same, so it's the one where the rivet is flush. So it doesn't matter left or right. And then the back looks identical or almost identical, but they're actually a mirror. So the left one is the one who has the barrel on the right and the opposite on the other side. So to install them, we grab our bolt kit that is supplied with the kit. You got these little washers and an M10, which pop in like that. And then we'll start at the front. So we'll take the mount, drop it into the hole, right? All the way in. If it's a little bit too tight, you might have to open that cutout just ever so slightly more. And then what you want to do is just put a bolt in here. And we want everything relatively loose at this point, so we don't have any unnecessary tension on the rack. So we just want basically the thread to grab. So the same at the back. So they go in a little bit on an angle, and then they go in nicely. And then the same thing here. Leave them nice and loose. And then the same obviously on the other side. So now we basically got the receivers inside. And now we attach the adapter plates from our rack. All right, so these are our adapter plates for the top rack. They're 4 times the same, unless you got a rack and roll roller shutter or similar. Then the back ones are a little bit shorter and have the chamfer taken off to allow for the roller shutter, but other than that, they're the same. However, they are installed differently. On the front, the chamfer is pointing out, and on the back, the chamfer is pointing in. It's really important to install it that way. If I align these the same way, you can see it's not in line with the front one, and that's why it's important that the back one is pointing inside, which brings the top rack in line. As you can see this line here where the Chevy logo is, now that aligns all the way through. Then use your supplied bolts, M10 by 25s, these are. So line them up, the 4 that we need for this side. And we give it just a touch of Loctite, just to make sure they never come off. Okay. Screw these in, and we can tighten these now. Okay, and the same on the other side. So that's our mount kit fully installed, and now we're ready to pick up on our sub-assemblies from the hoop, and the hoop can now be installed straight on top of these. On a 1500, you have to have the chamfers at the front facing in, and on a 2500 you have to have the chamfer facing this way. We do have a roller shutter adapter plate as well. So with the roller shutter adapter plate, you have the ones that don't have a bevel here, is the one at the front, and the one at the back is the one with the bevel. On all models, 1500 and 2500, chamfer needs to face inside. On a roller shutter, you need a little bit more clearance on a 2500, so it is the plates without the chamfer. So even though it looks like they are out of place, it looks like this facing is a little bit further out and that one's further in. That's a visual illusion. The tub is obviously tapered in, and that's exactly in line. That's how they're meant to look.